And we're back in more pleasant scenery, outside, not being harassed by cats or dogs. I don't know why they wanted this. The dogs seemed to like the cabbage. The cats just seemed to want it because I had it. I also spiced it up a little bit with, snaggy here. I put some tangin sauce on it. This will be easier to do it. There we go. I put some tangin, a quick of Zaxby's style spicy sauce, and then some cheese just to top it off. Now we're gonna mix it all together, and now we're gonna give it a shot with this here gourmet cooking. My adorable bear holder stand is making me nervous on the block of wood I have to make sure the angle's right on this thing. Mostly because every time I let it go, it's like, are you gonna lose the phone? Am I gonna break something expensive? Okay, there we go. Okay, now to see if this actually tastes any good, because all I did was grab a small piece off the core. Also, chopped it down while I got it out the pan, chopped it down, protect your pan Teflon. And I got the core out of it because, I mean, you could cook the core down, but once you get the core soft enough to eat, you've kind of turned the rest of it into goo. So the best bet would be to cook it down on the outside, cut the core out, and if you really want to eat that part, go and cook that one a little bit further, possibly in an oil base if you're frying, or like boil it to soften it up. I don't know, because I got what I need here. Still maintains its crunch. Not hard, but just sort of crunchy. The sauce is coming through. The vinaigrette, or the spicy vinegar, it's got whole peas on it, so we'll see how that does. Honestly, all in all, not bad. Like I said, special thanks to the good folks at the Red Door, where I got the tangin sauce. Also, some days they have it, some days they don't. But if you do go by the Red Door to donate, to volunteer, or if you're in need and you pick up, they will usually have someone out front that's giving out Narcan. Now, y'all, I am not a user and I don't judge anyone who is. But I do pick up a free kit because I do a lot of hiking and walking, and if there is a chance that I can save a life, even if I have no love of my country, I do have a love of human life. So, it's free. Just grab it, put it in your med kit, and you too might save a life. Oh, and if you want the real reason why I do it, if you need a medical emergency and you call the ambulance out for something that requires Narcan, they will report that to the police, and you will get a record. Whereas, if I have Narcan on me, I give it to you and I ain't no narc, you can do what you need to do. I'm gonna move on. Just don't die, friend. And I wrote that joke right off the dome. Here's the reason I'm not successful yet, eh? But yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. And then I got a whole list of things to do today. And y'all let me know, should I start recording when I do the litter pickup? I mean, it's one of those things that I feel like the better way to do it is just to do it for the sake of doing it. Do it for the sake of making Georgia more beautiful. Not doing it for the sake of getting views on here. Not doing it for the sake of clout. Like they say, if you do it without views, then you're doing it for the right reasons. If you do it just for the views, you ain't doing it, you're doing it for the clout. Like I said, that's why I don't, I could take pictures of it. Sometimes I do, just because the way that Georgia's EBT program works, if I don't have scheduled work for at least 40 to 80 hours a week, they're going to take away EBT. So I try to document my volunteer work, but it just feels dirty doing that. You should just be able to volunteer because you want to volunteer and not have here's a prize at the end of it. But then again, I think you should just have food. I think if it's a necessity, it should be provided, and luxury should cost a little extra. But let's be clear. We've gone so far out of field of that nowadays in capitalism that it's ridiculous. I mean, I see my neighbors with cars that don't run, that should be able to run, but they can't afford the car parts because you can't just work on your own car anymore unless you have a computer to check the diagnostic to run the things in the car itself. And the only places like AutoZone and places that'll check your shit for you, well, they're so far away. What you gonna do with a busted car that don't move? Drag it there? And that's just one teeny tiny thing. And my thing is how long you got, because I can rant all day about how bad capitalism is. Now, we can split hairs on which is better, socialism or communism. Personally, I'm for communism because I believe in the gesture that everyone should survive. Even if I don't like you, even if we disagree, you should be able to live your life. Now, ideally, the fuck away from me. I would be living way out in the damn woods, not dealing with people guy, personally. But you should be able to live your life. You shouldn't have to learn native foraging techniques just to survive. You shouldn't have to feed and make friends with every crow you meet, hoping that eventually you'll have a nice giant army with you. That's just me trying to be an elder Tor, but still. I'm just saying capitalism makes worse of us all. And the only thing you could say that it innovated at the beginning, and then as soon as it got done innovating, it capped off the competition, it cut off anyone else being able to compete with it, and then it took advantage. I mean, look at, there's one that one of the neighbors down the road constantly uses. Not Petco, they do the delivery program. Originally, it was a pet food and pet wellness store. You get all your pet needs free to deliver, and they had the cheapest prices around because they ordered it from warehouse, undercut the profits, and gave the difference to you. Then when they pushed out everyone else, well, now if you use that method, if you're a member, you might get a discount. You're still going to be paying twice as much as if you can find a PetSmart or a pet store, and you'll be paying 5 times as much as you'd pay if you found a local good pet store that knows you and your pets. That's the thing, that's what it does. Audible, a wonderful program to start with. Great idea. Free audiobooks for everyone. Just when you get the subscription, you get audiobooks. You can collect them. If you pay for a subscription, you get a free book each month. And it's like $6 a month. Hell yeah, that's awesome. That's almost competing with the library. And then when they ran out everything but the Libby app, suddenly, well, now it's $20 a month. And those free books that you got from Audible, you can only listen to them if your membership is in good standing. As soon as they get what they need, they undercut the competition, and then they buy the law to make it to where they're the only competition. And originally, the only thing that was allowed to have monopoly like that, power companies, gas companies, things that you couldn't really feasibly have competing with each other because you'd end up really bad off. But nowadays, it seems like just anyone can have a monopoly. You just got to be smart enough about it. I mean, look at the Buy Anything Here Walmart store, where you can buy a weapon to kill kids, you can buy kids' clothes, you can buy food. All in the same location, all on the same dime. And how many shops and little mom and pops did they put out of business? No. Look at Dollar General popping up like fucking gout all over this country. And I shop at Dollar General. I like Dollar General. I got friends that work at Dollar General. But what are they doing? How are they benefiting? I constantly hear, well, capitalism provides. It's for the providers. But it doesn't. It provides you with alright shit for a little while, and then it just provides you with shit. And it tells you it's doing great because you're scared of communism, because communism is when they take everything and you have nothing. Or communism is where they strip away all the extra shit and you have enough to survive. And if you want extra, you can build extra. Like I said, the other side of it that I constantly hear is, well, that just won't work. Okay, but we haven't tried it yet. I'm sure dipshits in the South are saying, well, we can't free the slaves. The whole system will collapse. And then they did, after a very violent war to make it stop. You'd be surprised what's possible when people put their mind to it. All it takes is people being willing to do what's right for the greater good. And being willing to not be such a dick about things. Because I try not to, but sometimes I come off as a dick because I feel like I'm one of the only OG ones. I feel like one of the only ones who, yeah, anyone that puts money in my Cash App, anyone that supports the channel, if you put money directly in there, and I see it on the app, take a screenshot of it, then you will see, personally, on the next video that I make, the tools I buy, the pet food I buy, the grooming supplies I buy for the pets, the books I buy to donate to the library. If you give to my cause, you will see directly a direct breakdown of where it all goes. But that's because I don't want to make money, y'all. I don't want to be rich. Quite frankly, I think being rich is just another form of hoarding. And if we would get upset with Grandma for holding on to newspapers from 1923 all the way up to 2008, then we should probably get upset with Jeffrey Bezos, who has more money than God and is hoarding it from the rest of the world while buying islands and pedophiling children. Trying to make that funny, and it's not easy to make funny because I can't make jokes about it. It's just disgusting. But again, that's why I'm against capitalism. I still stand by. If you can show me a good capitalist, I'll happily go, okay, well, that's a good capitalist. Another good example, Jeffrey Bezos' ex-wife. She puts a ton of money into girls' college. She puts money into the UN. She puts money into food scarcity programs. She puts money into the unhoused. She's a billionaire. She will never know fear as far as being, oh no, if I do this, I'm going to be homeless. Oh no, if I do this, my kids are going to get... She will never know that fear. There is no way that she will ever know that fear no matter what she does. She could spend every single day driving around the streets of wherever she's at, throwing wads of cash outside as much as she can fit in a car. She will still, due to compounding interest in those bank accounts, never, ever, ever be under $1 million. And to me, that feels like a rigged game. But again, if any crazy billionaires out there want to try me, give me $1 million and I'll prove to you that there is no way to run out of money after you get about 5 of it. And that it is always easier to climb, especially in this shithole country, with a bunch of free money, than without. But it also brings me to things like the Mr. Beast games that, I'm sorry, but so many people are falling over themselves to help that psychopath. I like Big Joel's cover of it. Big, weird, hot take from me, I guess. I'm a big Joel fan. But I liked his take of it. But I'm just a little bit more crazy about it because it's... If I was in a room with Mr. Beast and he wheeled in $400 million or whatever stupid amount of money he was wheeling in there in shopping cart after shopping cart after shopping cart, it'd be like that scene at the end of Four Brothers. I'd look at the contestants around me, look at his assistants and go, okay, so what if we just kill him, take all this, burn the warehouse down, and walk away? Well, they'll catch us. Sir, this is $400 million. They won't catch us. We will be sipping Mai Tais on some island somewhere, able to bounce around for the rest of our lives in luxury. Oh, but by all means, let's instead keep up with these stupid competitions like the Beast Games. That's it, folks. What I'm saying is, when you get the chance, hit them. Stop pretending like rich people are the same as you, because they ain't. Stop pretending like they are people, because they ain't. Now, by no means am I saying do violence. 1, because I can't do that on YouTube. 2, because again, you're bringing fists and hammers and bottles and rocks to a drone fight. You're bringing Armalite rifles to an atom bomb fight. Fighting with violence, you won't win. Controlled opposition is what wins. Fucking with their books. Damaging inventory. Losing inventory. Making their insurance premiums go up more. Making their lives harder. When you see a rich person, call them out. As a parasite, as a piece of shit. Publicly shame them. Things like this would genuinely drive a difference. But here's the problem. Most Americans, if you hand them $500 and say shut the fuck up, they'll shut the fuck up immediately. I'll say thank you for the $500 and keep going. But that's also, I'm a little broken in the brain. Other people ain't. And I get that. But these are revolutionary times, folks. We need to behave revolutionarily. And for that, I'm saying, help out your neighbors, help out the people around you, reach out in kindness. The same hate that I bring towards the rich, I give out to the poor as a kindness, as a let's help each other. The same amount of vigor that I would happily TOS violation several rich people and smile and sleep easy at night, I take that and I also pick up litter. If I see somebody hurt, I'll help them get to where they're going if I can. If I have my medical kit on me and I see you're injured, I'll bandage that wound. I'll clean that wound as best I can, and I'll get you where you're going as best I can. If I had a car, which I did once upon a time back before I started abandoning capitalism one step at a time, I basically, if I saw somebody on the side of the road, I'd pull over. Hey, you need a ride? You okay? And if they needed a ride, I'd give them a ride. Be the change you want to see. That's the key to it. And in these extreme times of hatred and division and all that, be extreme love. Because at the end of the day, that's the one thing that Jonah Klansman Rowling got right in her stupid ass books. Love does beat hate. Every time. Problem is, hate endures. Like I said, you want an example of that right now, the Southern Poverty Law Center is getting sued because they hired informants to penetrate the Klan. And they didn't even succeed. Let's be clear. They did not bring down the Klan. But they had informants. They were getting names. They were getting lists. They were getting ready to do probably a RICO strike. And then they got sued because the current administration is saying they're paying Klansmen because they're paying their informants. Which, I don't know how to tell you all this, but when you put your life on the line, especially for a government that you should not trust right out the gate, yeah, cash up front, folks. Cash up front. But again, that's just me. That's just us. This is going to be a shorter video because, like I said, as soon as I get done eating, I'm going to be getting to work on other things. Do let me know in the comments if y'all want to see me do, like, pictures of me picking up the trash and whatnot. Because, like I said, the other thing is just, it's tedious. I wouldn't be able to do a live stream of it because I got no rigs to pick up the phone and hook it to me like a body cam or nothing. So it'd basically just be, hey, y'all just picked up the trash. All right, see you in a bit. And then cut to another one, then cut to another one, then cut to another one. And there's a reason that I tell y'all, if you subscribe, I will really appreciate it. But you probably don't want to turn those notifications on just because I post a lot of shit. But cabbage is good. Cabbage is cheap. Oh, also, as long as I'm giving hot takes while eating. Big fan of Avatar. Love Avatar. Eventually we'll find a way to get these tattoos in the scene. Or in the screen. But, love Avatar. If I get the opportunity to watch that movie for free, bet your ass I'm watching that movie for free. Wanna know why? I love Avatar. That studio doesn't give a shit. Avatar's a cash cow. I see the same thing in sports fans, even though I don't understand sports. You love your team. I get that. They don't love you. Hell, they don't even love their players. They love the money you provide. And in sports, I don't really know how to quantify that, but in Avatar, I can. M. Night Shyamalan's movie, and the live-action Netflix, and the very poorly illustrated comics, which admittedly had a really good storyline, but that art style was so fucking off compared to the rest of the series. And it wasn't bad, it was just like a downgrade, you know? But the reason why is simple. They knew that Avatar fans would be chomping at the bit and would buy it regardless. I mean, look at the Funko Pop pandemic that has basically gotten into us like damn a disease of your choosing. It's festered. But it's because it's a little soulless piece of plastic that is an IP of whatever you want. And hell, I can't knock it too bad because I got Funkos. I got a couple Pokemon in there. I've got a couple Pennywises. Difference is, I wouldn't like go to a con and try to sell them. I think they look neat. Once I get done thinking they look neat and I die off, I expect they're going to end up in the landfill right with my body. Oh, because at that point we'll probably just be tossing human bodies in the landfill if they're poor. Because, I mean, why not? They already see us as disposable. As I said, y'all, I got no faith in the government. No faith in my fellow man. But I got a lot of faith in my neighbors. A lot of faith in the folks I see. A lot of faith in you. Be the difference you want to see in the world, friends. Also, cook your cabbage all the way. Having to chew on this one a little bit more. But alright, y'all. Be good. We'll catch you later. Endure and survive, my comrades. It will get better eventually. It always has to.